Would you put Caitlin Clark on the Olympic team?
Right now?
No, no. This past Olympic.
I knew you were going to ask this question. Honestly, I have to just say that I respected the committee's job. I understood what was at play. I understood the pros and the cons, I guess, if you want to lay it out that way. And I think at the end of the day, it's hard to criticize a gold medal. A lot of people see the final game against France. They see, only winning by a couple points, and they view that as some sort of indicator. But the reality is we've been having close games at the Olympics for years. I can attest to that. So that wasn't really that new. Winning a close game like that.
The WNBA is officially in a panic, so settle in. Sue Bird's bombshell disclosure has shocked the league, and Team USA just hired Caitlin Clark.
The beauty of USA basketball and what we have going in this country is all the talent, and that's always been the case. So I kind of just don't want to mess it up.
Yeah.
I think that's how I'm coming in. But I know being a player, bringing that perspective, it's going to make my ability to support this team.
What is the league worried about? Because Caitlin Clark, the superstar who was left off of the Olympic roster last year, will be the new face of Team USA. Sue Bird is the mastermind behind the strings.
Included, so full of themselves, so bound by tribalism that they just couldn't look past their own nose. And at the end of the day,
The WNBA and Team USA mysteriously excluded Caitlin from the squad last year, despite her record-breaking college season. Although it was clear that Caitlin Clark was considered an afterthought, detractors blamed experience and team relationships.
Cheryl Reeve, head coach of the USA women's basketball team, has also been getting a little bit of backlash, right? And now she's decided to make her X profile private. This is kind of the still same realm of what we're talking about, Dan.
Well, you're supposed to be above it. I always felt like, as a coach, I got to watch everything because I got to lead. And whether it was going into a team meeting, I wanted to be prepared. If I was having a meeting with a parent, I wanted to be prepared.
The WNBA's worst dread is becoming a reality. Why? Because Caitlin Clark is unquestionably famous. With her passion, court vision, and long threes, she is everything the league said she wasn't.
The most talked about story of the 2024 season. You want to know? You want me to tell you? Okay, I'll tell you. It was Caitlin Clark being snubbed from the Olympics. Yes, that story, that headline that had Stephen A. Smith talking, that had everybody and their mama talking. And what's crazy about it, we all remember the storyline. Diana Taurasi got to get her sixth medal, and then ultimately she got benched. She got benched. Now, what if I was to tell you that the WNBA made it their business to clean house? What did I tell y'all at the beginning of this offseason going into this preseason? Kathy Engelberg is going to get rid of everybody that wronged Kate.
Let's return. Summer of 2024. Team USA's roster is unveiled. Caitlin Clark is not called after a college season that may have won her MVP. Fans and analysts erupted. The majority of the criticism is directed at head coach Cheryl Reeve. However, nothing has changed as of yet.
to be announced as the managing director for the USA women's national team for the 2028 Olympic cycle. She will take on what is known as the Grant Hill role, selecting player rosters and coaching staff. And for those of you who aren't too familiar with the WNBA or the women's side of Team USA, and Grant Hill's a little bit new in this role, Jerry Colangelo.
Sue Bird is not only a four-time champion, she is an accomplished player who knows what it takes to be successful. She has made it clear that Caitlin Clark is done playing politics and is more than just a famous person. The future lies with her.
Coach, because obviously she's UConn. Who's she going to pick for the players? Like, there is going to probably be some UConn freaking bias here with Sue Bird, but of all the UConn people, she's the least likely to have full-on UConn derangement level bias. Like, there's definitely going to be some UConn bias, but like, I don't think it's going to be like derangement level.
Without a question, this is a seismic shift. Caitlin's status as Team USA's star cannot be disregarded by the WNBA. She will be highlighted in every headline and highlight, and the league's own faults will be blatantly shown.
Bird won 4 WNBA championships. She was an All-Star 13 times, one of the more decorated basketball players in history, and also five-time Olympic gold medalist, just named USA Basketball Women's National Team Managing Director. That's a hell of a title there. Is that on your business card? And what exactly does that mean, Sue?
Need like a business index card at this point or whatever.
Caitlin Clark's journey from undergraduate success to Olympic contender includes more than just basketball. It is a story of redemption, of eradicating doubters, and of proving that genius cannot be ignored.
In the 2020 Women's Olympics, the best point guard was the best point guard on Team USA or for America was Chelsea Gray. At that stage, I'm guessing Skylar Diggins was second best, but if you're looking right here, what point guard did they bring? They brought Chelsea Gray. They brought Sue Bird. Who was the starting point guard? Sue Bird. Sue Bird started one because it didn't matter. She better than Chelsea Gray? No. Just like in 2024, they felt bad that Chelsea Gray was by far the best point guard.
The WNBA is frantic. Caitlin Clark's revenge tour is about to begin. Are you ready to witness it?
Sue Bird won 4 WNBA championships. She was an All-Star 13 times, one of the more decorated basketball players in history, and also five-time Olympic gold medalist, just named USA Basketball Women's National Team Managing Director. That's a hell of a title there. Is that on your business card? And what exactly?
The WNBA is in full-blown frenzy. Why? Because of a decision taken by USA Basketball that will alter the league's whole trajectory. Caitlin Clark, the rookie who has been dominating opponents, is now getting the credit she has been denied. And it doesn't originate with the WNBA. Sue Bird, the 4-time champion and current captain of Team USA, will deliver it. So why is the league not seeing its best player as a treasure trove, but as a problem? What does this mean for the future of women's basketball? Sue Bird and Angel Reese.
Here and another case of WNBA referees dropping the ball, not making the right calls when it comes to Caitlin Clark. Bruh, how we one game away for the start of the season and we have already Caitlin Clark getting fouled extremely hard, looking at the referee like, damn, you didn't just see me get annihilated in the head, and the referee, nothing.
Caitlin Clark is more than just an amateur. She is incredible. A walking highlight reel with a deep three that defies gravity and an ankle-breaking crossover. But rather than receiving preferential treatment, Clark has been disregarded by the WNBA for whatever reason. And here, we're not talking about the supporters. We're talking about the officials, the league, and even some of her own co-workers.
It's Caitlin Clark, because she got pushed 2 times in this game, and they were really hard pushes. And I'm not against I'm so for the chippiness. It's not going to do anything to make Caitlin better. It's not going to do anything but give these players more notoriety. I'm all for it. These players are playing hard defense on Caitlin Clark. I love it. They're chasing her around. I love it. What I don't love is the push. The push is crazy. You push her down. That's crazy. There were 2 plays in this game that were not basketball plays. And on both of these plays, she got pushed to the ground.
Every time Clark drives to the rim, the referees seem to be wearing blindfolds. Continue, body checks, heavy fouls, and no calls. But when her opponents merely breathe on her, it's a whistle fest. It is seen by players, fans, and now Sue Bird.
It's now over, and we're about 7 days away from the start of the season. And I'm telling you right now, it's already kicking off with drama, bro. It just is what it is, dog. There is so much high expectations on the line for Caitlin Clark this year. She's already pretty much the front runner to win the WNBA MVP. There are championship or bust issues going on with this.
Beyond being a WNBA legend, Sue Bird is more. She has won Olympic gold 5 times and been a champion 4 times. As the new managing director of Team USA Basketball, however, she will impart some knowledge to the WNBA.
I think it's cool, this is exactly what we wanted for women's basketball, but also I feel like, it could have been a thing a long time ago. There's been so many amazing stars in our game, and there's been so many amazing people to support our game, It's not surprising that everybody's wanting to talk about it right now, but the product has always been there. Maybe it's, on an increased level. And I think that goes back to my first point is, the parity in our game, the stars in our game, the young talent in our game. People are just attracted to that. They love watching. They love watching.
With Team USA led by Superbird, Caitlin Clark is getting the celebrity treatment she deserves. The mantle of invisibility has vanished. Make sure not to miss any more calls. The same Caitlin, who was seen as a background extra for the WNBA, will be playing for Team USA abroad. The WNBA has every chance to make Clark the focal point of their brand, much like the NBA did with LeBron, Curry, or Jordan. Rather, they let petty officiating and outdated politics snuff out the biggest draw in years. Angel Rhee, Clark's fierce rival and the rising star of the sky, has been attracting attention with her combative, forceful defense. But even Rhee knows that Clark is sincere. Sue Bird is not only here to assist Team USA win gold. She is speaking straight to the WNBA. If you can't handle the biggest star in the game, we'll take her. We'll protect her. We'll let her shine on the biggest platform in the world. And we'll show the world what you're too blind to see. With the preseason almost over, panic is beginning to set in. The WNBA is acting quickly to rectify the report. Their effort to turn around and begin hyping up Clark is thwarted by fans. They perceive the league treating her like a problem, rather than celebrating her as the generational star that she is. The WNBA is also in danger of being replaced now that Sue Bird is in charge of basketball's biggest platform. For Caitlin Clark, this is more than simply a call-up. It's a redemption arc. After being ignored and pushed about for months, she is now getting the stage she deserves. She will prove that when the right people, like Sue Bird, are in charge, the best talent cannot be ignored. The whole world is watching. The enthusiasm of Angel Rhee, the leadership of Sue Bird, and the brilliance of Caitlin Clark. Women's basketball is about to embark on a new chapter, with or without the WNBA's help. The issue is not whether Caitlin Clark is the future. Whether the WNBA is smart enough to get on the bandwagon before it's too late is the question. Whether they are prepared or not, Sue Bird and Caitlin Clark will continue to light up the world stage. What do you think? Is the WNBA making a serious mistake by ignoring Caitlin Clark? Will Subbird have a lasting impact on women's basketball? Tell us in the space provided for comments below. Remember to subscribe for more exciting WNBA articles.